What is good, traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today's a recap for Monday, May 17th. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing Bank of America now using blockchain for settling stock trades. So we'll go over the news and events on the day today. We'll focus a little bit more on crypto this episode, and then we'll look at the broader market and some individual tickers. But before we do, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So I do want to highlight, I found this information and this news extremely bullish, even though it's been flying under the radar, so to speak, for most of the day that I've been able to find anyway. I haven't seen anything really on crypto Twitter about this, but essentially Bank of America has joined the blockchain-based settlement network for U.S. equities that was developed by regulated crypto company Paxos, Bloomberg reports. This is the third bank to try out the regulator-approved Paxos settlement service after Credit Suisse and Nomura. Presently, it is used and limited to internal transactions pending regulatory approval. The service allows two parties to settle equity trades in mere minutes instead of days. It was greenlit by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission back in October 2019. So, who do we know that's made recent partnerships with Bank of America lately? Well, that would be Ripple. Ripple names Bank of America as key member of its global payment network, and that was back on November 24th, 2020, just before the SEC lawsuit that came out and basically shocked the world. But if they're already starting to, and this is what we've been saying I've been saying this in our group for many, many months and years now, that we believe that the future is in blockchain and crypto, but it's going to be in the assets that are complementing the existing financial system. And I want to share some things that, some findings that Bitcoin is actually centralized, whereas a lot of people are saying, XRP, Ripple, Banker Coin is centralized, but realistically, all the banks now are getting involved into crypto. So technically, are all cryptos centralized on that point? But what I wanted to really hit home here is that with XRP, it has a built-in decentralized exchange mechanism into the protocol, into the actual, the code. So for them to be able to do that, you can tokenize anything for that matter. And the fact that Bank of America is getting into settling stocks, this is where all this is going, the derivative market. So any stocks or bonds, all those things, instead of taking days to settle, like they say here, it's going to be done in minutes. And if they use XRP within 3 to 5 seconds for a settlement time on the settlement layer, that is huge news. And this is likely where everything is going. Imagine being able to trade a stock 24/7, 365 on a blockchain or on some interledger protocol, and that settles in seconds. It's going to save companies tons and tons of money. And like I said, they're already piloting that version, and it's only a matter of time. I believe there's already certain exchanges that are using Ripple's XRP and Ripple, the XRP ledger on there. There's already companies right now. I can't remember the name of the company off the top of my head, but I did a video on it before, and they're already offering stocks and ETFs like the S&P 500 kind of thing and SPY. And this is where the world is heading, right? We know that in March 2020, when the financial markets crashed, that really put a stress test on the global financial system. And in light of 2008, we know that the financial system is extremely legacy in a modern world, right? We've had the internet of information. Now we're going through the internet of value. And I believe that Ripple is going to be a key player in this new, revolution and financial system, just revamping of the entire global financial system. So Ripple's going to be at the very epicenter of that. I do believe that. And I believe that XRP could be the standard in terms of, network interoperability and a bridge currency. And there's just so many other use cases. Flare networks coming out, Codius, which is far superior to all the Ethereum features that so many people talk about, like smart contracts and tons of other things as well. I won't get into the actual nuts and bolts of that, but in effort of time, we'll move on. But just keep in mind that the more we start to see articles like this, the more we're seeing the narrative, and the more we're seeing Elon Musk shift away from Bitcoin being environmentally friendly to harming the environment. Now he's calling it highly centralized, which we'll look at in a moment. But I did want to touch on this piece here. So like looking at Paxos, what is the relationship? And this is the same service that is using Bank of America is using for the settlement of U.S. equities, so stocks. So what is the relationship between Paxos and PayPal? Paxos is powering PayPal's new service, enabling its users to buy, hold, sell cryptocurrency directly from their PayPal digital wallet. Users can now purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin directly from PayPal, all powered by Paxos crypto brokerage. Paxos' easy to integrate API, market expertise, and regulatory framework allowed PayPal to enter crypto markets at scale. Who do we know that created PayPal? Well, no other than Elon Musk. So if Elon Musk created PayPal, co-creator, and there's a lot of speculation, and even in my brain, I've thought about it a few times, right? Maybe Elon Musk created Bitcoin, right? Like he had the resources. He co-founded PayPal. He knows the monetary system. He knows money, right? If anybody has the wherewithal and the resources and the wealth and the monetary ability to do so, it would be Elon Musk, in my opinion. But anyway, not going to turn this into a tinfoil hat episode. We'll never know unless they let us know. But essentially, he's telling us right now, this is a guy who co-founded PayPal, who created SpaceX and who created Tesla, and is now, was the richest man in the world, I believe, at one point, now the second richest. Like, this is no ordinary human being or idiot here, right? We're talking about a highly intellectually, just intelligent person and just an absolute genius, for lack of a better word. And he is saying that Bitcoin mining companies actually are controlling the market, which, there's so many people who just, Bitcoin is the best, it was the first, and it's always going to be the be end all, and, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and nothing that will ever debunk it. And the reason why is because they have a monetary value in the appreciation of Bitcoin, right? They have monetary gains. So people who are maximalists or pro-Bitcoin, they don't look at it from a reality perspective. They're looking at it as, this is what I'm invested in. They don't want that to be the case, right? They don't want to spread negative information about Bitcoin, nor do they want to even accept the idea that this could be true. And those same people probably tell you that XRP and Ripple are the devil and to don't buy them. But if you think for a second that any of this stuff, any of these cryptos or any of this market is not being manipulated by people in power, I don't know what to tell you. Like, the crypto is mostly institutions now, and this parabolic run to $60,000+ on Bitcoin, that is not just, Joe Smo and mom and pop shops buying up Bitcoin. We're talking big banks, right? We're talking about huge financial institutions that are getting involved, and they're involved in everything. And I've been bullish on Bitcoin. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin, but I obviously realize that there's some flaws to it. There's flaws to everything, right? And there's good and there's bad, but you need to outweigh the good with the bad, right? If the bad outweighs the good, then you probably don't want to invest in it. But if the good outweighs the bad, then you probably do, right? So you don't want to be investing in things just because it was the first thing. But again, there's so many people that have made life-changing money off of Bitcoin. I don't want to downgrade that at all. I'm just saying that so many people, like, the writing is on the wall. We know that Bitcoin is not the greenest. The XRP, for example, is 57,000 times more energy efficient. And we've got all of these kinds of people saying, well, this is, cash uses more electricity or more energy consumption than Bitcoin. Well, why are we looking at it and saying Bitcoin's using more than this, X is using more than Y, but why aren't we looking for another alternative that's using less than both of those, right? So if I don't understand the argument. And XRP, I'm a tech guy, right? I work in the IT industry. I know technology, and when I was using crypto for myself, I would not use Bitcoin because it was slow, because the fees were high. I would use Ethereum because it was faster, but the fees were high. So I stopped using Ethereum. So then I started to use XRP, and then I saw the fraction of a penny of a fee basically zero. Like if you're in it, and it's regardless of the amount that you send. If you send $100 worth of XRP or $1 million worth of XRP, it's still a fraction of, a penny. So it's basically zero. The fee's not even a part of the equation, right? I don't even factor that in. When you go on vacation and, you're looking at all these different things. It's like when you go to the US and you buy beer, you don't even factor it in because it's so cheap down there, right? But you don't even factor it in, and it settles in 3 to 5 seconds. Like it's night and day, and there's no question that Bitcoin is not going to be used as the new digital currency of the future. It's just too slow. It's not scalable, not in its current form anyway. If it maybe utilizes the XRP ledger and goes to a more proof of stake type of infrastructure and architectural design, then that's entirely possible. But that's neither here nor there at the moment. That is a long ways out. So we're going to end it there. But just wanted to let you know that we're starting to see the narrative come out that Bitcoin isn't all that green for the environment. We know that the World Economic Forum and Biden administration has said that the main focus on the G7 countries, again, not to get political, but this is what you need to know, is it's going to be highly centered around climate change and carbon neutral. Who do we know that just pledged to become carbon neutral by 2030? Oh, Ripple Labs, right? So all the signs are there. The writing is on the wall. And now we had a complete U-turn from Musk. And initially I was fairly upset with him. But I think he might have a big master plan. And the fact that he didn't sell any more Bitcoin is, he did put that speculation to rest. He said, he put it to rest. He said that I didn't sell any more. Tesla did not sell any more Bitcoin. And he said, large mining companies are controlling, which we know that China controls the majority. So this could even be a potential financial weapon against the United States dollar to debase the dollar or remove it from the world global reserve currency. Though these are all things, right? There's conspiracies that are true. There's conspiracies that are not true. But we need to look at all this information. And it's not about wearing your tinfoil hat. It's about coming to the most likely scenario and seeing all the stars align, and all the stars aligning are saying that PayPal is partnering with companies that, with this company here, with Paxos. Now Bank of America is partnering with Paxos. Now Ripple's partnering with Bank of America. PayPal, created by Elon Musk. Elon Musk now telling the world and all the the BTC and the Bitcoin maxi trolls that no, it's not that great for the environment in its current form. And no, it's not decentralized, because he goes on to say that Bitcoin is actually highly centralized with super majority controlled by a handful of big mining, aka hashing companies. A single coal mine in Xinjiang flooded, almost killing the miners, and BTC hash rate dropped 35%, Musk tweeted. Does that sound decentralized to you? The world's largest currency is currently facing extreme selling pressure. And why do you think it's facing extreme selling pressure? Because we got too far in the cycle, right? We hadn't had any monthly consolidation. We need to give it a reason. They need to attribute a reason as to why Bitcoin's falling. But one who knows what they're talking about would just look at the chart and say, the last time we pulled back in the monthly was $9,800. So we had a monthly high or low every candle for almost a whole year, right? How many is that? 8 candles in a row? 8 candles in a row. And now we're finally seeing monthly consolidation. And it's not even like it's the end of the world. We're still in a potential bull flag territory, right? If we hold 42,000 from here, I would still consider that a possible monthly bull flag. And then if we look at where this bull flag could take us, we could be heading to $100,000, right? We're still in a monthly uptrend. We're just healthy consolidation at the moment. We're still a potential monthly bull flag. So it's not the end of the world here. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, but I'm just saying long term, there is better options, and XRP is just very obvious. I've been working in IT for 10 years. Some of these people that are developing these cryptocurrencies have been working in it for decades, and there's some people who work in IT or who have a great understanding of technology, like Elon Musk, who can look at Bitcoin and say, okay, I'm not just looking at this because I want it to quote unquote moon and buy a Lambo, right? They're looking at it, and he's saying, I don't need to look at my bias. My bias is not influenced on my ability to gain from this. He's not looking to gain from Bitcoin. So why do you think he's real when he talks about Bitcoin is because he has no monetary gain from it, because he's already the second richest man in the world. So he can look at it with a level head and just say, oh, yeah, that is a flaw, or hey, this is a pro. But he's just pointing out two big major concerns, which is the economic impact. I mean, he runs an electric car company, and also the centralization of the currency. So there's so many. Anyway, I'm going to end it there, but we are consolidating here on the monthly as long as we hold 42,000. I get very, just worked up about this stuff and that's why I created this channel, Pursuit of Wealth, was to filter out all of this nonsense and to give people a place to go where we can talk sense and not just act on emotion, right? And come check us out for a free trial. I know you won't regret it. No credit card required. So many benefits. And like I said, it was the whole purpose of Pursuit of Wealth was to filter out all of the noise and the ridiculousness of all the retail, just the initial mindset that you get when you come into, or maybe you've been around for 3 or 4 years and you consider yourself a veteran, but you still catch yourself from time to time acting on emotions. Then I would encourage you to come check us out and just learn to not have, learn to not be as moved by your emotions, and just be able to look at things with an unbiased perspective and just look at it from a realist point of view. If I look at my life and my core values, the two things that I value the most are balance and just being real and living a balanced life. And with good is bad, with hot is cold. So balance in everything. Bitcoin, there's bad things about it, there's good things about it. XRP, there's good things about it, there's bad things about it. Banks, there's good things about them. It doesn't matter what we're talking about here, right? So there's good and bad in everything, but I went on a little bit of a rant there. But like I said, Bitcoin's still very bullish, on the monthly time frame, and we knew this was coming eventually. And again, just the more you learn and the more you're in a part of a community, the more that this stuff will start to make sense. And when you're able to be in a community around people who know what they're doing and been around this for 5, 10 plus years, it's just easier to keep your emotions in check. So the S&P 500 today was a daily inside bar. It was a fairly slow day. We did close above EMA 12, and we'll be looking to see whether or not we see another daily inside bar tomorrow. If we do, we'll be looking for which way that breaks. If it breaks bullish, we'll be looking up to a continued bounce on the daily, and the daily bounce will still be underway. But if we break it bearish, daily consolidation will be underway, and then we'll be looking for a higher low compared to 404. We did lose the daily uptrend, so we'll be scouting a higher low compared to 404 in an attempt of a daily trend change. But if we do lose 404 from here, that's going to confirm a daily downtrend, which would match up with QQQ, already in a daily downtrend. QQQ lost the low of yesterday, so Friday, so daily consolidation underway. Tech has been weaker, so that's no surprise there, but maybe that's a small clue that we could be seeing that in the other sectors and the S&P 500 into tomorrow as well. But again, we'll watch to see which way that breaks. If we break it bearish, then we're likely going to head down to this gap fill here at 467. But wouldn't be surprised to just see us completely V-shape here either into new all-time highs, which has been the theme for 2020 and 2021. So the dollar is still weak, consolidating on the daily, looking for a higher low. IWM closed near the high of the day, so it's been strong. So again, while tech was a little bit weaker, some of our other sectors doing the heavy lifting, so to speak. SMH, another one of our sectors that we know has been weaker, was seeing daily consolidation today. So again, not to be taken by surprise, as we know it has been weaker. Oil, nice strong day today, trying to close at the high of the day. We did enter a daily downtrend, but at this point we're almost negating this downtrend here, breaking the lower high. And oil has been strong. The metals, silver and gold, breaking out to higher highs today. Daily uptrend continues. And we've been saying on this channel for a while now that we're extremely bullish on gold. And today is very evident as to why. XBI, biotech sector, daily inside bar, XLE, broke bullish. Not surprising with the strength in with oil. XLF, financials, so broke the high of Friday, but not by much, only a penny, not good enough. We need to see further follow through, so we'll still consider that a daily inside bar going into tomorrow. And the healthcare sector looks like same deal. Broke it, but not enough follow through, basically a daily inside bar. And we'll look to how that breaks tomorrow. So taking a look at Tesla off of this crazy action that we've seen over the weekend and in the crypto space for the last week or so, But we did lose the low of Friday. We do have support here at 559, and then after that it's 539. After 539, we have 500 psychological, and we also had our previous tops here at 500. So old resistance could become new support. I would suspect potentially a drop to 500 here, maybe a flush below. We could even see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross, and then we would enter into consolidation mode even further, lose $500. Maybe we go stop loss hunting and we dip to about 490, 480, and then we resume higher from there. But after that, we don't have any support down until 379 on the weekly. So it is time. We've been saying for a while on this channel that Tesla has been extremely bearish, and we have a lower high now for the last 6 days in a row. So as soon as we break the high of the previous daily candle, the daily bounce will be underway. And we have a lack. So if you entered just at the close of today's closing price from the recent resistance here, you're looking at about a 20% bounce. And even just to the EMAs, you're looking at about 8 and 12%, about 14% TMA 26, so 8 and 14%, just looking for a daily lower high. So I'm going to be watching this daily oversold. Keep in mind, we were just daily oversold here not too long ago on March 5th. So expecting this to have a little bit less impact this time in terms of a daily oversold bounce, getting some follow through and seeing some upside as we were just daily oversold not that long ago, and we had a fairly lackluster bounce, right? We had a low, high, higher low, and higher high, but got above the EMAs after confirming this daily uptrend here. We are in a daily downtrend. Then we had the low, high, higher low. Exactly what you want to see when you're crossing the EMAs, a daily trend change and closing above it. But then we went right back into a daily downtrend. So there's some significant selling pressure right now on Tesla. And if we think back to when Tesla was in its bull move, it was very correlated to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin would generally move, and then Tesla would follow, and then the broader market would follow. And now it's sort of opposite. Bitcoin is falling, and then we see Tesla follow. Let's see if the market follows tomorrow based on that logic. So taking a look at the rest of our sector or individual names here on the day today, on the bear list, we had Riot, Airbnb, and DoorDash. On the bull list, we had GME, LEV, and AMC. So GME, another crazy volatile day. LEV, so Lion Electric, another company that we like in our group. I know QC loves it in our group, and this is a Quebec-based company, and was looking at this on Friday at an entry off 1276 support. We got as low as 1387, and I kind of fell asleep on this one. But from those lows, about 20%, even if you just played the daily inside bar bull break, you'd be looking at about 7-8%, or if you set your stop under the low of that daily inside bar with the support nearby as well, maybe you wanted to allow a little bit more risk. But we also had a double bottom there at 1275 and 1276. So nice strong support there. But going to end it there. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe to this channel on your way out. And we shall see you tomorrow after market close. Take care, everyone.